Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to Cristo Rey Network Virtual College Fair powered by StriveScan. My name is Sibel. I will be your facilitator for today's session. I'm super excited to be here with my colleagues from all these different universities and colleges. They're very excited to be here to tell you a little bit about themselves. Now, just a disclaimer, this is an appetizer session. So we have about 45 minutes on the clock, and each of them have about 6 minutes to present. So just an appetizer, and it is up to you as a participant here to please make sure to take some notes and then follow up to see who your main entree will be. Now, with that said, I do have some housekeeping items for you all. Remember, you are muted and your video is turned off. The panelists cannot see or hear you. So make sure you understand that this is a webinar style formatted virtual college fair. But you're probably wondering, well, Sibel, I have questions. Where do I put those questions? That in and of itself is a great question. You'll use the Q&A button. It's in the middle of your Zoom toolbar. So if you look at your Zoom toolbar, somewhere in the middle there, you'll click on that Q&A icon and type in your questions to the presenters at any time. I do stress at any time, we do not have a live Q&A with participant questions happening at the end. So our presenters will be answering your questions via that Q&A throughout the entire session. So please make sure you go ahead and type in those questions at any time. And also do us a favor, please put the college's name within the question so we all know who it goes to. Sign up for more sessions. This is one out of many college presentations offered. So check the schedule to see what else is offered and go ahead and sign up for those. And if you would like to relive the fun, maybe you missed some other sessions, or maybe a cousin, grandma, grandpa, mom, or maybe you just want to relive the fun with us, a recording of all of these sessions will be available at strivescan.com/Cristo-Rey. So yes, all of these sessions are being recorded. Now, with that said, I'd love to get started with our first institution up for this virtual college fair, Benedictine College.
Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Joe Kuckelman. I am one of the admissions counselors here at Benedictine College. I directly cover all of our East Coast states and our Southern Territory, including Oklahoma and Texas. So kind of have a wide range of territories, and specifically I work with quite a few students from Cristo Rey's. Today I'm going to kind of present to you guys a quick little tidbit on Benedictine College and kind of give you guys a quick idea of what the possibilities for your guys' future would be if you came to Benedictine College. So Benedictine College is the largest private institution in the state of Kansas. We have an enrollment of right around 2,100. We were founded in 1858 by a group of Benedictine monks, hence Benedictine College. We got our name from those Benedictine monks in the order. So we've been around for a little bit of time now. Over the years, we've grown quite a bit. In the past decade, we've added about 900 students to our campus population. And I'll be able to kind of dive into some of the different elements. But our main elements in our mission is that we are a private Catholic Benedictine residential institution that teaches a liberal arts curriculum. So liberal arts means that our students are going to be taking more than just your major classes, along with some of the core requirements that most institutions require. So we're going to require students to take philosophy, theology, aesthetic classes, fine arts, history. So we can have our students taking a wide variety of classes on top of taking what classes they're interested in for their major. So I'll kind of keep going through the PowerPoint because different elements are going to be covered within that. So once again, Benedictine College, we are a Catholic institution. We are recognized in the Newman Guide as a Catholic college. So Newman Guide is a organization that kind of follows some different attributes of the Catholic Church, and they kind of help assign essentially like rankings of Catholic colleges in the U.S. that follow the church's teachings, and we are one of the top ranked Newman Guide schools on that list. We have a campus ministry association, which is huge. They organize all kinds of different elements from different masses, prayer services, mission trips, our pro-life march in January. We always send a couple of busloads of students out to Washington, D.C. for that, along with organizing different things with different religious organizations and orders. And I said we are the largest private school in the state of Kansas. We have 2,100 students. So kind of break that down, we're right around 550 per class. We just had our largest enrollment in college history, along with having our second largest freshman class in the history of Benedictine. We had 595 enroll as our freshmen. So it's great to see that the college is growing. Here is some of our pillars. Once again, I covered we are Catholic, Benedictine, liberal arts, and residential. So I kind of explained a little bit what the liberal arts was. Benedictine was kind of where we get the element from the group of monks that founded us in 1858. There's currently still 40 of those monks still on campus incorporating the Benedictine values. And then the residential aspect, that is a huge aspect of our community here at Benedictine. That whole residential thing means that we have 85% of our student body living on campus at any given time. So it means our community is very diverse and we have a lot of different events and students interact with each other on a daily basis. A lot of our seniors are good friends with students that are in the freshman class, sophomore, junior. So it's not just students who are only spending time with students within their class. They're getting the opportunity to kind of branch out a little bit, meet other students across all the different classes, interact with professors on a different level. And most of our events actually happen on campus. It's not our students leaving, going home for the weekend, because there's always something to do here on our campus. Benedictine is located in Atchison, Kansas. It is a small town in Kansas, about an hour north of Kansas City. It's in a town of about 10,000, so it's big enough, but yeah, it's still small enough that our students still have a good relationship. They don't have to worry about going out on weekends to go, out to eat every day, or going bowling, mini golf, all kinds of stuff like that. They don't really do that because Atchison is a little bit limited since we are a smaller town, but Kansas City is pretty close along with some other large cities. So our students still get the opportunity to branch out from a small town and have a little bit more of a quiet life. So we do have 50 majors on campus, and we are continuing to add some minors and looking at the possibility of adding some other majors. So here's a list of all of our majors. Our top majors is going to be our School of Business and our Education department. Between those two, that will account for a quarter of all of our students that graduate. Along with that, philosophy, theology are huge. Engineering is a largely growing program, along with our classical architecture program and our nursing. Our nursing program was just recently ranked #1 in the state of Kansas. So we're pretty psyched to have that top nursing program. Outside of just academics, we have some different things available for students. Study abroad. Benedictine College owns an Italian villa outside of Florence. So we send usually about 40 to 50 students abroad each semester to take 15 to 18 credit hours, and they get the opportunity to study abroad. We have some different honors programs that are available to students if they're just kind of looking for an opportunity to kind of branch out a little bit more. We can always send out some more information on each of these to students, because I know students have a certain interest in certain things. So each of these are kind of tailored towards a different educational element that they're looking to focus on. Thing everyone's kind of curious about is scholarshiping. Our average cost of attendance before any financial aid goes into effect is right around $45,000. The average student pays right around $23,000 to $24,000. Since academic merit-based scholarships do play a role, those scholarships will range anywhere from about $11,000 to $20,000 based on a student's past academic history and performance in school. So we can always dive into that on a one-by-one basis, because that is kind of something that's a little bit more personal. So we can always go over that in more detail. So that's kind of all I'm going to talk about, because I know you guys are going to get kind of overwhelmed with information. And so I'll just kind of leave you with that stuff. And if you have other questions, please follow up with me. I'm more than happy to go over anything you guys want.
Thank you so much. If you have any questions for Benedictine College, please put it in the Q&A. Next up, we have Wichita State University.
Hello. Find my share screen. My name is Autumn Bennett. I am with Wichita State University. We are located in Wichita, Kansas. Get started here. We are an urban, four-year urban research university located in the largest city in Kansas. We are, let me get this started. Sorry. So any locations in these star areas, these cities get in-state tuition to go to Wichita State, and then any students that live in those yellow states do get a tuition discount. So definitely check that out if you may qualify or live in one of those areas. There's lots to do in Wichita, lots of fun things going on, and the city of Wichita is just super supportive of our university and our students. Some quick facts: we are just under 17,000 students. Excuse me, but you're not going to see that many students on campus at once. That includes our online enrollment as well. Your class sizes, your ratio, student to faculty ratio is about 18:1. We are the most diverse campus in the state of Kansas, and we're very proud of that. 38% of our students come from a diverse background. 44% of our students are first generation students. We are an emerging Hispanic serving institute. So we have about 16% of our students are Hispanic, and we will probably be next year a Hispanic serving institute with 25% of our student population. We have a large international student base on our campus. And then something that sets us apart is we give any student at Wichita State their freshman year a paid internship, and those start at $15 an hour. So we have lots of partnerships with companies on our campus and around campus. Last year, we had students that earned almost over $26 million in wages, which is awesome. We're top 80 most affordable colleges in the nation as well. So definitely check out those tuition discounts that we offer to see if we have something in your area. We do offer over 70 different majors. I'm obviously not going to read all this to you, so if you have your phone out and you want to take a picture of it, you can. We are the 59th in the nation for best engineering programs. We are #1 research university in the United States for aerospace engineering. So we actually have engineering businesses on our campus, and for our students to have those. And I'll show a quick video of that here in a second. That partnership, we have a whole program called Shocker Career Accelerator. They have 2 recruiters, so they do all the networking for our students to match them with those paid internships. So we've had students go to NASA. Imagineer here, she got hired on there at Disney, so she's now Imagineer. Kansas City Chiefs, things like that. So just partnerships all over the city, all over the state, and then all over the country as well. Here's a quick picture of the map of our new portion of campus called Innovation Campus. I will show you a quick video of that, but that is not even complete, and there's more to come, which is really exciting. It's a quick video, maybe.
The 125-year history of Wichita State University makes one thing clear: innovation is in our DNA. It is part of our origin story and our future, always student-centered and innovation-driven. At Wichita State, we built one of the world's most forward-thinking institutions by tapping into the heartbeat of our community, the capability of industry, and building tomorrow's technologies today. We are mission-driven. We leverage the combined resources of campus and community to strengthen our economy and create opportunities for the benefit of all Kansans. A prime example of this is our Innovation Campus. In 2014, we accepted the challenge: transform 120 acres of public land from a golf course into an innovation hub where ideas collide and new partnerships are born. With the first buildings opening in 2017, we brought together the world-class testing facilities of the National Institute for Aviation Research with multiple Fortune 500 companies to create a cutting-edge culture that converges art, science, innovation, and limitless imagination. The next chapter in our innovation journey is the National Institute for Research and Digital Transformation, or NERT. Opening spring of 2023, this institute will help navigate digital transformation that is happening at all levels of industry, governance, and society. As the future evolves, it will be digital, and we will continue to be ahead of the curve every step of the way. Wichita State University believes that innovation is at its best when campus, commerce, and community work together to bring about change. We are Wichita State University, where genius plays and innovation is born.
Awesome. So yeah, very cool things happening at Wichita State. We are the only public institute in the state of Kansas that has a growing enrollment right now, which is pretty exciting. But you can kind of see those partnerships. That's Shocker City. You get in-state tuition if you live in one of those starred cities. Shocker Select there, and non-resident as well. A lot of free items for our students on campus, a lot of support services and things like that. I will put a link in the chat to go over that it's kind of like a one-stop shop, where to apply, where to follow us on social media to see if those discounts are on there. You can also talk to a current student. All of our living spaces on campus are new. We have 3 brand new spaces. There's no community bathroom, unlimited dining hall, so students can go and eat as many times as they need to. We give them some of their own money back on their Shocker card to go eat at Chick-fil-A, Panda Express, Freddy's, Starbucks, all on campus. We have a brand new YMCA on campus. campus as well. So students get a free membership to the YMCA, and then they'll have a nationwide membership for when they want to go home if there's a Y there. So just a really lot of cool things happening. We do have virtual visits on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. or you can schedule a visit to come see it in person or schedule time for an event. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for Wichita State University, please put it in the Q&A. Next up, we have Berea College.
All right. Is my screen sharing? My screen sharing?
Yes, we can see it.
Perfect. Hello, my name is Khalil Baker. I am one of the coordinators of Black and Latino recruitment for Berea College. And I have with me Liz Saucedo Wilson. Ooh, she's one of our senior admission counselors. She'll be answering questions for you in the chat and also at the end when we do the round robin. So when I talk to folks about Berea College, I always start with our history because of how special it is. Berea College was established in 1855 during slavery, was the first college in the South to educate Blacks and whites and women and men together in a classroom from day one. I always share that with folks because that speaks to who we are as an institution. When we say we're diverse, when we say we're welcoming, you're going to a college that was built with inclusiveness in mind from day one. So you are welcome on that campus. Everyone is welcome on our campus. Besides our commitment to interracial education is also our commitment to serving folks that might not otherwise be able to afford college, the opportunity of college. So what goes along with that is for over 100 years, no student has paid their tuition at Berea College. Our tuition is about, as you can see on the slide, $176,000 over 4 years. No student pays a penny of that. You get a full no tuition promise scholarship that covers that. What goes along with that is our students graduate with little to no debt. This year's graduating class, 62% graduated with zero debt, and the average debt of the graduating class was less than $2,000 compared to the national average, which is over 29,000, close to 30,000. What this means is, or what we're looking for in the students that we serve, is students must be Pell eligible. So you must come with financial need to get into Berea College. That's one of the requirements. Besides our commitment to interracial education and serving students that might not otherwise be able to afford the opportunity, is also our commitment to our labor program. We are one of the 9 federally recognized labor colleges. So what that means is, like being at Cristo Rey, all of our students have a work study or labor or a job on campus that they work 10 hours a week. Where we're different from the other 8 federally recognized labor colleges is at those colleges, you either get paid or it helps offset the cost of your education. At Berea College, it's both. It helps offset the cost of your education, hence you never pay tuition, whether you're there 4 or 5, 6 years, that's automatically renewable as long as you're a student. As well, in your first year, you'll make $2,000 and that'll inch up a little bit each year. That's your money to keep. You get paid bi-weekly, whether you want to use that for pizza, books, send home, whatever it might be. The benefits of that are great, including you are a student first. So instead of going to campuses where you have to work in retail or fast food, you are working on campus in work study positions where they recognize you're a student first. So they work around your class schedules, they work around your class, your academic needs and things like that. And you're able to incorporate often your academics or your major into your work positions. We are a small liberal arts college. With that, you get a very intimate and well-rounded experience. So a couple of the highlights on this slide is our average class size is 14. So again, intimate. Our student to faculty ratio is 10-1. So your faculty, your professors get to know you and get to work with you really direct. As well, we invest very much in our students. So besides the no tuition and everything that goes into the classroom, we make sure our students are having great experiences outside of the classroom, which I'll talk about a little bit more. But this slide also mentions as you're graduating, as you're leaving college, We provide funding to go to conferences. We provide funding to go to your interviews at grad schools that you might be considering, or jobs. We pay for your GRE, LSAT, things like that. Some of those experiences outside of the classroom, couple highlights, is study abroad. National average is about 10% of all students go abroad before they graduate from college. At Berea College, we're around 50%. And a big part of that is because of the funding we provide. We pay for, on average, about 70% of what it costs for our students to study abroad. As well, internships. We will fully fund up to 2 internships for students. So if you want to go to an internship in Silicon Valley out west, you find your internship, even though they won't pay you, we will pay for it. We'll give you stipend, we'll pay for the cost of travel and other costs that are associated with your internship. These are some of our notable alumni. 2 that I always highlight are Dr. Carter G. Woodson, Father of Black History Month, and Dr. Samuel Hurst here in the middle, who invented touchscreen technology. These are 6 steps to applying at Berea College. Our application is completely free. You apply online. That takes about 15-20 minutes at most. And then from there, we'll need your transcript. There's a form that'll get sent to you for your teacher to fill out, and another form that gets sent to you for your counselor to fill out. And then if you choose to give us your ACT or SAT scores, you turn those in, and then we have to get your FAFSA. Again, every student to attend Berea College has to be Pell Grant eligible. And I'm Khalil, and Liz will be with you to answer questions at the end.
Awesome, thank you so much. If you have any questions for Berea College, please put it in the Q&A. Next up, we have St. Vincent College.
I'm getting there. Hi guys, hello everyone. I'm Molly. I am your counselor here from St. Vincent College. I'm the assistant director of admission here. I've been in admissions for a couple of months here, but a long time overall, about 13 years. I don't have a presentation, but I'm going to get you to our website, which has a lot of links. So I'll describe a little bit about St. Vincent. We've been around for a very long time. 1846 is when we were established from some monks that decided that Latrobe was a great place for them. And we've been around and thriving since. So Latrobe, Pennsylvania is 45 minutes southeast of the city of Pittsburgh. We're a small private institution, so we're about 1,500 students. Average class size for us is about 25. We are a liberal arts college, so we have a little bit of everything. If you get on our website and go through academics, you can see what we can offer for you. Big popular majors are anything in the business field, accounting, finance, general business. Those are always very, very popular, as well as anything if you think you want to get into law school. 100% of our students in the last, I don't want to say few, many years have been accepted to law school. So that's something that we're very well known about. And then when it comes to the sciences, nursing's huge. We're linked to another college in Pittsburgh called Cristo University, and they actually come here and teach our students on our campus. We have all of the facilities that we need for that major, as well as pre-med. I mean, pre-med isn't linked necessarily with Cristo, but it's a little separate. 82% of our students will get accepted to med school. So that's a big number. And then we do obviously have a lot of the general majors as well. Engineering's huge. We're linked through 3 other colleges as well for that. Education's big. That's huge. Arts and music, things like that. So there's a little bit of everything here at St. Vincent College. Like I said, we're small. We're outside of the city, kind of a rural area. The town of Latrobe itself is about 8,000 people, but there's things to do inside and out, whether or not you're on campus or off campus. So if, we have 50 clubs and organizations on campus. So that includes things like, based on your major, outdoors club, student government, student activities board, based on different types of religion. Those are big popular things that our students are really involved with. I always tell students that college is what you make it, no matter where you go. We're Division III sports. Some fun facts, I guess. Not that everybody's a Steeler fan, but the Steelers practice on our campus. And so that's always a big thing that we kind of throw in there when we talk about academics and especially with sports, because everybody's like, oh, really? But so that's kind of fun. Application process is simple for us. You can apply on our website. It is a free application, or if you use the common application, we'll accept it that way too. We are test optional. So if you have taken the SAT or ACT or have taken them both, we'll take them, but we don't look at that right away. I look more at the 4 years that you were in high school to see the kind of classes that you would take when it comes to your merit scholarship. We base that on honors classes, AP classes, and any dual enrollment that you might have done. And then we'll look at your SAT score or ACT score. And that kind of makes us kind of top off what we would do with your scholarships if we look at it that way. If you are test optional, that's okay. Not everybody is a good test taker. I would rather see what you're taking 4 years in high school than the 4 hours that you were sitting there to take that exam that you didn't want to take in the first place. Let's be honest. But I always like to look at a little bit of everything. I might ask for a letter of recommendation, an essay, or some type of reference, anything like that. So that might be there. But we might be a good fit for you guys. If you're thinking study abroad programs are available, we have a really good honors program as well. And we try to get students involved. The one thing that I really like about working at St. Vincent is the community. We really have like a heart here on campus. And I never thought that really, because I didn't go to St. Vincent, but when I first went there, that's what I felt right away when I first started to work there. Professors will know you by your name. They'll know where you're from. They're gonna want to have that interaction with you. They'll get you really good internships. We do have a career service office and they'll help you as well, but most of our students will get those through that one-on-one relationship with a professor. So it's kind of something to kind of keep in mind, think about when you're here. And I think I'm good to go if you're ready to move on over there.
Sounds good. Thank you so much. If you have
Thanks.
any questions for St. Vincent College, please put it in the Q&A. Rockhurst College could not make it today, but I would love if all of our panelists and presenters could come on back. I'd love to see your beautiful faces. I do have a question for you all. So you all here are the experts. So the participants here want to know, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? So we are just going to go in presentation order, which means Benedictine College, you are first.
Best advice I could give someone kind of looking at colleges, go visit any colleges that you're interested in. Big thing I see is students will feel like they're interested in school, yet they've never even visited the campus. Big reason for me saying go visit is when you're on a campus, you get to feel like, all right, this is what community's like. This is how everyone interacts. This is how the professors are. And if you're uncomfortable on a college visit where you don't feel like, hey, I don't think I could work here, or like be a student and work on homework and put in effort here, that's probably not going to be the place you want to go for 4 years and spend thousands of dollars getting an education if you're not going to thrive there. So my piece of advice, go visit colleges, ask questions, talk to current students, get a feel for how students actually feel about it and what your life could look like there.
Thank you so much. Wichita State University.
Yeah, great advice. Definitely want to see if you can see yourself there. A little earlier than that point, maybe. I would say to, as a junior in high school, create a email that is just for colleges, so it doesn't get jumbled up with your personal information. So you can kind of keep it organized, maybe by files and things like that. And then also apply early. Even if you haven't gone and visit the school, apply, because there's a lot of deadlines and scholarships available that you won't get unless you apply early. So those would be my other things to add to what Joe said.
All right, thank you so much. And Berea College?
Yeah, those are wonderful pieces of advice. I also would say and add on to that, as you're looking at colleges, because it can become very overwhelming and they sometimes start looking the same, definitely ask very specific questions about the support programs that they have on campus. So for Berea specifically, you know, we have a lot of students, and I know some of you all that just presented, we have students that are first generation college students that don't often know how to navigate the process. So ask about what those support programs are. Is there somebody there on campus to help you? What does that look like? Ask those specific questions so that you know what can be offered, and not just your first year, but maybe throughout the 4 years that you're there, or 5, depending on what your major would be.
Fantastic, thank you. And St. Vincent College?
Hi guys, it's me again. My big thing is, what I always tell students is kind of make a pros and cons list. College is what you make it no matter where you go. So it's just like, hey, what restaurant am I going to eat at today? So that's why I kind of think about it like, okay, what do I want from a college? Make that list and then do your pros and cons when you're looking at different colleges to try to figure out your best fit.
Awesome, thank you so much. All right, so what's one thing you want students to remember about your school? Now, Benedictine College, you're first, so I'm sorry to put you on the spot here, but I'm sure there's many you can pick from. So again, what's one thing you want students to remember about your school? Benedictine?
I'd probably say one of the biggest elements of like our school identity is we are a Catholic institution. So I'd probably say focusing on the Catholic faith element here, it's huge for us. And I know it's huge for quite a few of our students, and it's an everyday occurrence, whether it's a classroom, whether it's you're hanging out with your friends. So I definitely go with our Catholic faith element.
Thank you so much. Wichita State University.
One, I think affordability. Yeah, I would say affordability, and then on top on that, you can make some money your freshman year in the area that you want to study, which is really cool. So I know when I graduated, I went to Wichita State myself, but when I graduated, I didn't do any internships. I was an athlete there, so that I had my time was taken. But I graduated, and a lot of places wouldn't give me really time of day because I didn't have any experience. So that's something that Wichita State has definitely stepped up in the last 6-7 years, is really networking for students and giving them those opportunities their freshman year, so they can have 4 years of built resume and things like that. So
awesome, thank you. Berea College?
Yeah, I think what I would want students to remember about our school, specifically students coming from Cristo Rey, is that we do have that partnership, Berea College does, with Cristo Rey students, because we are bringing some of those similarities from them as high school students into the college experience. So whether it's the work program, whether it's the financial support, and then we offer majority of their students at Cristo Rey might be students of color, and so we have a very strong dedication to our diverse beginnings, right? And so that's what I think I would want our students to remember.
Awesome, thank you so much. And St. Vincent College?
Well, there's a lot. That's what I thought too. Well, if there's only one, honestly, it's the Catholic faith, and that we're here to make students a better person. That's one thing that I didn't mention before, but we focus on those 10 hallmarks of the Benedictine Catholic faith. So I'm gonna refer back to that one as well. Didn't steal it from you, but I'm also using that because that's a very easy one for us.
Awesome, thank you. And one last question. This one's a fun one. Okay, so what is one myth you'd like to debunk on the college admissions process. So Benedictine College, once again, putting you on the spot. You're first.
Compared to when I was applying as a student, I remember being told that test scores are everything. And so I remember having to take those ACT and SAT classes over the summer, especially for the modern student that is applying to schools. Test scores are not everything. Schools like to chalk them up to be a lot more. Sure, it increases odds of financial aid, but with test optional as an opportunity now to apply, don't wear yourself out worrying about just test scores. And so that's probably one I'd have to go with. Test scores aren't as big as what they used to be.
Awesome, thank you. Wichita State.
Before I read the whole question, I thought you were going to say, what do I want to debunk about Wichita State? And I was going to say, this guy is not a bee or a hornet. He's a bundle of wheat. But I would say not every single application at every school has long essay process and all those things. We actually are test optional as well, and we don't have any essays. So the application takes 15-20 minutes, not too long at all. So I know a lot of students put that as a big issue, and that's going to take me a long time to do those applications, and not all of them are like that. So I think that's what I have to say.
Nice. We got a 2-1 there. That was great. Thank you. All right. Berea College.
Those are all so good already. Let's see, myth you'd like to debunk. I would say, so a lot of the times I think students don't realize the importance of their engagement in the application process. So I don't think that they often realize that us as admissions counselors do pay attention to those students that are actually very engaged, and they're easier to pick out, and remember more things, right? So I always tell students when I'm working with them, we want to get to know you. So if you do submit that essay, that is a way for you to kind of get your voice out there in the with the decision committee. And so the more we know about you, then the better that a counselor can advocate for you. So I think definitely staying engaged.
Awesome. Thank you. And St. Vincent College.
I think one thing that I'm trying to think about that based on what we all said. One thing that I get often is like, oh, you're a private school, you're too expensive. And that's one thing that's an apples to oranges type of question. So that's always something that you really need to reach out to your counselor about. I'm very willing to talk to students about financial aid and what we can offer. And I'm sure everyone else is as well, because people just kind of assume. I assumed, and then I ended up going to a state-related school, and I probably paid more than if I would have gone to a different college, not knowing any better because I was young and my parents didn't go to college, and that was kind of a thing. So that's kind of something to think about too. Really think about that. Like, that's the last thing I always tell students to worry about is the cost. We'll talk to you about it. And I know that's part of the process because a lot of people won't even apply if they think it's too expensive. And honestly, on my way here today, I stopped by and I saw a friend and he's like, hey, my daughter just got her first acceptance letter. And I'm not going to say the college, but he said, and then somebody else said, can you guys afford that? And I said, that's apples to oranges. You wait until you do your financial aid. And that's when you start to talk to other colleges about what they can offer to you. So that's kind of one thing that I like to tell students ahead of time. Like, don't be freaked out by that sticker price. It's like buying a new car. We never pay that much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone. You all had such amazing expertise and told us even a little bit more about your universities with these questions. So thank you. Panelists and presenters, what you do is extremely important. So again, thank you for joining us. My participants, what you do by showing up is also extremely important. So thank you so much. After you close out this window, a very quick 5-question survey will appear. The words very quick are literally on your screen. So I promise it will not take too long, but the feedback is always appreciated. Sign up for more sessions, check out the website, see what other college presentations you would like to attend. And also, if you would like to relive the fun with us, a recording of all sessions, including this one, will be available at strivescan.com/Cristo-Rey. With that said, you all, again, thank you so much. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye, everybody.